Mel.
I notice your voice sounds a little rough today.
Yes, well, I have a bit of a cold, and the journey here didn't help.
Oh really? I meant to ask, how was your journey here?
Well, you know, it's like a jungle out there.
Yes, it's not an easy place to find.
You're telling me.
So, tell me, Mel, are there any new films in the pipeline?
Funny you should ask that. I'm working on a new film at the moment. It's one I wrote and produced myself.
Oh really? Please do tell me more, you stallion of a man.
Well, thank you. It's all about a young boy growing up in a mining village in 19th century Wales, England, and how he follows in his dearly departed father's footsteps and becomes a miner. But the problem is, he's a clever little Welsh sod, and he has his own ideas about mining, but no one will listen to them, because he is still only a young boy at the time.
Oh really? Sounds most interesting. And how old is the boy supposed to be?
He's supposed to be about 2 years old.
He's 2 years old.
Yes, he starts to become frustrated with the owners of the mine, because they don't listen to his ideas, so he opens his own mine.
So, this 2-year-old baby, he opens a mine on his own?
No, not on his own. He has Tarquin with him.
And who is this Tarquin?
Tarquin is his pet alligator that he found one day, living at the bottom of one of the mine shafts, barely alive, and he nurses it back to life. It's a most touching scene, a real tearjerker.
Sorry about this, Mel. I'll have to answer this. It might be Juddy Joe. Hello there, Juddy. Sorry, I do not mean to be rude, but is this important? I am in the middle of interviewing the really stunningly handsome Mel Gibson, star of such films as Mad Max, What Women Want, and one of my personal favorites, Dutch Fecker Blues.
109 miles to London. Big old small shithole. Fucking hell, I'm a fuss. Bloody pigeon just flew across in front of me. Stupid pigeon.
Well, thanks for that, Juddy. Catch you later, and remember to drive carefully. You know, Mel, since we've had Juddy Joe on the show, our ratings have doubled. We have 5 listeners now.
Yes, he's the most entertaining and informative person. How's he doing?
He sounded like he was having some problems with a pigeon.
Yes, he likes his pigeons. On bread with pickle, the greedy cunt.
Well, back to this new film of yours.
Film? Which one?
The one with the 2-year-old boy and his pet alligator, called Tarquin, who opened their own mine shaft in Wales, England.
Yes, it should be a blockbuster. We've got Tom Cruise to play the part of Tarquin the alligator, and we were lucky enough to get Vinnie Jones to play the part of Mr. Punchface, the evil tycoon that uses the local orphans as dog food and also owns all the other mine shafts in Wales, England. He's a right nasty piece of work, a proper fucker, if you will.
He sounds nasty. I wouldn't want him breaking into my house and replacing all the electrical appliances with wild elephants, that's for sure. And tell me, Mel, who will be playing the part of the little boy?
I shall be playing that part.
You are playing the part of the 2-year-old boy?
Yes.
Do you not think that maybe you are a little bit too old to be playing the part of a 2-year-old boy?
Well, we thought about that problem, so using special effects and lots of makeup, we made everyone else look really old so I look younger.
Well, Mel, that's all we have time for in this episode. I would just like to thank you for coming on the show, and I hope the new film goes well for you. For our listeners out there who may want to know when this film will be released, you can find out all the details on their own website at tarquinandalbinoalligatorstail.com.
No problem, glad I could be here.
Let's hear it for Mel Gibson, ladies and gentlemen. What a nice man he is, for an Australian. Well, listeners, that is almost the end of the show. I think we have just enough time to speak to Juddy Joe. Let's give him a quick call and see if he has made it to London yet. Well, hello Juddy Joe, what is happening, where you are, and how far from London are you?
Fucking 7 miles to London. How fucking brilliant. Oh, we're going past Harrier. Which are into. We've got a Harrier jump jet outside. Fucking marvellous machine. Some nice houses around here. Stuck in middle of the countryside.
Well, thanks for that, Juddy. We'll speak to you again in the next show. It never ceases to amaze me how he thinks up these madcap off-the-cuff remarks.
Indeed, I think it must be the petrol fumes getting to him.
Yes, you could be right. Well, that's all for now. We both hope you can join us for the next episode. Please send any comments to talkingshite@hotmail.com. And you may also vote for this show at Podcast Alley, where Mel Gibson gets butt fucked by 200 monkeys.
No, not the butt fucker monkey.